another video, and in this video we're going to be solving Codeforces round 816 div 2, and we are already late by 10 minutes and there are already 4,000 submissions for A. I've kind of read the problem A. So it basically states that there are two people. One has to go from this place to this place, and the second one has to go from this place to this place, and now we have to minimize the energy, and it takes one energy to travel from one box to another. And this guy leaves down some portals wherever it travels, and this guy can travel from one portal to another to any other portal in one energy, and we have to minimize energy and print out the minimum energy that is required to do both things, to reach this guy here and reach this guy here. So they have given an example which pretty much shows the way it should be done for all cases, I guess, because every time we are given a grid of n cross m, I guess, right? So if a grid is of n cross m, then this is the way to go, right? So we will do this use this technique every time, and to do that, so the answer will always be equal to, so the m is this distance, right? Yeah, so m would be traveled two times. One time it would be m minus 1 plus n minus 1, right? This thing would be traveled n minus 1 times, I guess. So this would be n plus n. So this should be the answer. Okay, that's not the answer. So my approach was basically, this guy has to move at this point. So this is m. So this guy has to move this point, then one energy to move to this point, and then this. So this is m minus 1 plus 1 for this jump, right? So m is 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, m minus 1 plus 1 for this jump, right? So that would make it m, and for this guy it would be 2, 3, 4, m minus 1 and plus n, m minus 1 plus n, and that is exactly what I have done here. Basically m minus 1 plus n minus 1, n minus 1, right? Because this guy is at this place, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's actually a length of 7, so minus 1 for that. And the other guy has m. So this actually turns out to be 2m plus n minus 2. But that is not the case every single time. So in 5, 7, how can they do it in 15? Oh, we have to meet at the middle way of the minimum. So they can actually go over here and here and here. So we actually have to traverse. Okay. So basically m is equals to minimum of, basically we can take another variable, mi equals minimum of n comma m, and pi equals maximum of n comma m. be mi and pi. So yeah, 15, 15, 1, 2, 9, 9, 8, 340, 5, 5. So 1, this one is wrong. Okay, why is this wrong? Because we are in at the same place where we start. Interesting. Is this an edge case? Why isn't this edge case handled by this? So 1 into 1 is 2, 1 into 2 is 2, plus 1, 3 minus 2, 1. What are we missing here? Okay, so pi is what is causing the issue, I guess. So if any one of the columns or the rows are 1, then they both just have to move in a straight line, right? Then we just display. So if n is equals to 1, then we can just display m minus 1, right? Both have to move. Actually, not n minus 1. This would be, so one guy would move from n minus 1 and the other guy would actually move in one step. 1. So that would be m, but that's still wrong. For our base case. Why is problem A so hard? Then we don't have to reverse anything. Let's put n equals to 1 here. So let's say pi is 1 and this is 2, let's say. No, this is 1 and this is 2, let's say. So 2 minus 2, 0 minus 2 is not a good thing. 0 comma this. But shouldn't we be able to handle it via this? I'm pretty scared. Should I submit or not submit? Let's go for it. So let's read the second problem. Stanley defines the beauty of an array A of length n. Let's see what's our position at the leaderboard. Oh shit. We're gonna be way behind. Stanley defines the beauty of an array of length n which contains non-negative integer as follows: that we divide each element by k and round it down and sum up the resulting values. Stanley told Sam the integer k and asked him to find an array A of non-negative integers such that beauty is equal to B and sum of elements equals S. Okay, help Sam find any of the arrays. Any of the arrays. So basically, it states, let's take the input. N, K, B, S, what are these? K, B, and S. And S is about long. So let's just take each one of our variables to be long. Uh, for each test case, print -1 if such array does not exist. Otherwise, print n non-negative integers. AI is between 0 to 10 is by the answer. First we take n, then we take k, I guess, right? B, then s. So, what is n? N is the length of the array, which is 1 in this case. So the length is 1. Okay. So every element is divided by k first. And then the value that comes out should be b. And sum of all elements should be s. How would we solve this? Let's see the test case. In the first, the second, the fifth, and sixth test cases, it is possible to show that such array does not exist. In how is that possible? Okay, this I can understand, because if there is one element and its sum is 100, then that element is 100, and 100 divided by 6 is not 3. Okay, second test case, 3, 6, 3, 12. Three numbers that add up to 12, but when divided by 6, each one of them add up to 3. Weird. Let's see the third test case. 0, 0, 19. What? Sum of elements is equal to 19. Beauty of it is equals to 3. Ah, I see. So if S divided by K is equals B, then we can basically print out 0 and then S. So basically, n minus 1 times let's see the fourth test case. In the fourth test case, the sum is 38, and since 38 divided by k is 4 is not equals to 7, so 7 into 4 is 28. What this? 19 divided by 2 is something. So now, what do we do here? Okay, okay. So basically, the closest divisible number is 36, right? And since this is the closest number, we're gonna take this as one of the elements or not. Okay. No, we are not gonna do that. Why didn't we do that? Weird. We could have done 1 or 2, 0, 0, 0, and 2 and 36. So the sum is 38. And if we divide by 4, we just get 7. No, we don't get 7. So we need 28 instead of 36. We need 28 or lower number. So we basically need lower or greater than 24. Greater than 24, lesser or equal than 28. Right? Such a number inside of our array. And the other numbers can be between 0 to n minus 1, that number. So if k is something, then pick a number between 0 and k minus 1. So this, and now we just need to make sure that, now we are making sure that the beauty is b. Now we just have to make sure that the sum is s, right? How can we ensure that we can make a sum s out of these? Okay, let's see some other test case. 5 for 7, 38, 5 for 7. Okay. 1100. This is difficult. Let's see how many people have solved this. Or maybe read problem C then. gonna be bad. जिस शर्मा जी के लड़के ने नहीं किया तो हम क्या करेंगे? कैसे हो सकता है? -2 हो सकता है। 3000 सोल्जर बस। फिर बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। जहाँ मैं जाना चाह रहा हूँ एक्चुअली 28 और लोअर नहीं, 28 से भी ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, ज़्यादा ही होगा ऑब्वियसली। क्या बोल रहा हूँ? So it should be greater than or equal to 28 and lesser than or equal, lesser than, strictly lesser than 32, right? Because this is 7 into 4 and 7 boys B here, so K into B से बड़ा या इक्वल और K into B प्लस 1 से छोटा। आई थिंक यही है अप्रोच। अगर ये नहीं है तो क्या है? दूसरी अप्रोच क्या हो सकती है? मतलब फिर हम एक तरफ से वी आर बेसिकली trying to check for either we can make our beauty to be B or sum to be S. So we are first making sure that our beauty is B by using these, right? These three things. So all other elements have 0 to k minus 1 and one element has a number that is between these two. And since we are doing this, we are ensuring that our beauty comes out to be B. Now, what if we first confirm that our sum is equals to S and then we talk about beauty? Then we figure out that no, I think this approach is better. So, if sum would have been sum is smaller than the smallest this can produce. The smallest this can produce is 0 all and the last element to be equal to k into b. But that is the case where this happens. Right? This is the smallest sum they can have. So this would actually turn out to be this case where s divided by k is actually equal to b. So this is the smallest we can go by this formula. And the largest we can go is k into b plus 1 minus 1. No. Yeah, minus 1 plus k minus 1 into the leftovers, that is n minus 1. If the sum is greater than this, so if sum is greater than this, then we cannot make this array. Right? So here I should have done like if ठीक है। अभी ये टेस्ट केस में है, ठीक है। अभी लिखते हैं else cout पता लगाओ देखते हैं शर्मा जी के लड़के नहीं आए। हो गया उससे शायद। चलो हो गया उससे। आधे घंटे में देख नहीं सकते। रॉन्ग आंसर ऑन टेस्ट टू भाई। चलो भाई -1 पहले का। ओह सेकंड वाला -1 नहीं है, विच इज वियर्ड। सेकंड वाला -1 क्यों नहीं आ रहा? सम 12 है। 12 इज ग्रेटर दैन। के इंटू बी क्या है हमारे पास? के इंटू बी 6 into 3 18। Why do we have to print an array? This is too harsh on us. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna print this until I find a solution for this one. And for this one, how do I make an array? So what if, why have they printed out 3 here? I don't really understand. I mean, they could have used a 30 here and a 2 here, or a 31 here. and 0133 here. Any possibility should have been possible. So while since this does not go into this, that means it is possible to be generated by this. Let's keep it C here. Else if so less than K into B, करते हैं भाई इसको। तो सी नहीं आ रहा कहीं, है ना? सेफ साइड के लिए यहाँ पे -1 कर देते हैं। अगर S by K lesser than B है, that means S is less than K into B, तो ये वाली कंडीशन हमने यहाँ हैंडल कर ली। ठीक है, ये वैसे फालतू में किया हमने, कोई बात नहीं, अब कर दिया है तो कर दिया है। Now let's just focus on this one. हमें क्या करना है? I don't really understand. So एक वेरिएबल लेते हैं int लेफ्ट। कितना लेफ्ट है? ये हमारे पास अभी पूरा लेफ्ट है, सम कवर करना है हमें। ठीक है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे हम प्लेस कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, if left is less than or equal to K into B plus 1, ठीक है, तो सी आउट लेफ्ट कर देंगे। ठीक है, और फ्लैग कर देंगे 1, क्योंकि हो गया हमारा काम। और अगर हमारा काम अभी नहीं हुआ, ठीक है, if flag is equal to 0 and तो यहाँ पे हम करेंगे else, और ऐसा नहीं है तो K-1 प्रिंट कराते जाओ। ठीक है, अब ब्रेक नहीं करेंगे, यहाँ पे एक फॉर लूप लगाएंगे, क्योंकि हमें n एलिमेंट्स बनाने हैं। तो यहाँ पे के माइनस वन कर देंगे और अगर फ्लैग 1 हो चुका है तो हम कर देंगे सी आउट 0, राइट? Is that okay? I think that's okay. ये तो F हो गया. ओके, हम लेफ्ट में से माइनस नहीं कर रहे. 3 3 32 क्योंकि 38 हो गया है सम, बाकी 2 zeros हो सकते हैं एग्जैक्टली, बट 32 तो बड़ा हो गया है, मतलब इससे छोटा. बढ़िया, एकदम बढ़िया हो गया. अब डर बस इस बात का है कि शर्मा जी की तरह हमारे भी एल ना लग जाए, दिक्कत हो जाएगी. लग जाएंगे तो लग जाएंगे. देखते हैं शर्मा जी से सी होगा. अरे फक यार, हो गया, एल लग गया. अब क्या है प्रॉब्लम? शर्मा जी ने क्या लगाया होगा? यार कितनी अजीब बात है, डिव 2 का बी भी नहीं सॉल्व कर पा रहे हैं. दिस इज अ शेम ऑन अस. तो पहले से खोल के नहीं रखना चाहिए. क्या हो सकता है रॉन्ग आंसर? क्या हो सकता है? कॉस ये कहीं इक्वल तो नहीं होगा? है इक्वल टू वाला केस तो मैं हैंडल कर लिया. अरे असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में चल करनी है. द फक. अब यहाँ पे रॉन्ग आंसर एक ही चीज़ की वजह से आ सकता है. हमें लग रहा है कि हम वो एरर नहीं बना सकते, लेकिन हम वो एरर बना सकते हैं, राइट? यही है इशू या फिर कुछ और है? तो बेसिकली यहाँ प्रॉब्लम है. एक बार इस चीज़ को प्रिंट करा के देखते हैं हर एक के लिए. क्या है एक्चुअल में हर एक की कैपेसिटी, हम भी तो देखें. अलग करा सकते हैं 23 मैक्स, ये 33 33 43 43 बस 43 33 इतनी बार क्यों? अच्छा 33 तो कैसे जाएंगे? 18 18 18 18 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 नहीं 18 plus 5 plus 5 अच्छा 18 में भी तो और ऐड हो सकता है 18 में भी 4 ऐड हो सकता है 22 plus 5 plus 5 is 32 shouldn't it be 32 then 18 है हमारे पास 6 into 3 इसमें हम 5 4 और ऐड कर सकते हैं 5 तो नहीं कर सकते राइट ओके ओके 23 हो गया ना तो गलत गिरा था 22 नहीं था 23 था और सही है हमारा कोड फिर तो 33 तक पहुंच सकते हैं आराम से और इससे ज़्यादा नहीं पहुंच सकते कहीं तो गलती है अच्छा एक बात बताओ हम ज़ीरो इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं ट्राई कर रहे हैं ज़ीरो इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं अगर हम नो के जो है के -1 डालेंगे तो हमारा आएगा ज़ीरो इसका आउटपुट एक एलिमेंट का अगर हम के डालेंगे तो यहाँ 1 आ जाएगा और यहाँ पे अगर हम के -1 के +1 तो 2 इंटू के -1 डालेंगे तो यहाँ पे 1 ही रहेगा तो 2 इंटू के -1 इज बेटर दैन 2 into k -2 right k -1 so this would come out to be 2 into k -2 right so that means we are doing all wrong we should not be including k -1 instead we should be doing it in two elements altogether do you feel me do you feel me so we are getting a better result by but in this case we are actually increasing it by 1 answer but in this case we are having it to be 0 because both of them have k -1 so I am just trying to bullshit it damn this is tough तो इस हिसाब से तो हमने सही किया क्योंकि हमने सारा का सारा लोड एक पे डाला है मेन लोड isn't it this is okay. अच्छा अगर मैं 1 और उसमें सेग्रीगेट कर दूँ what I mean to say is लास्ट एलिमेंट को ये बनाने की बजाय बेसिकली s माइनस वन कर दूँ मैं. यहाँ पे s माइनस वन जो है fuck. कहीं ऐसे तो नहीं कि हम सर बी को हम वन वन करके भी तो बना सकते हैं, उससे सम इंक्रीज होगा. I don't think we can go greater than this. So the only thing we need to check is, can we go smaller than this? Can we go smaller than this? No. No, we can't. B we want is 3. Elements are 3. So we need a 1, a 1, a 1 here. And 1 can be done by 5, 5 and 5. So we can do at most 15. And yeah. So or we could do a 6, sorry, 7, 8, 8, and then this would be a 2, this would be a 5, and that is 15 again. Oh wait, sum required is 12 and we are still outputting a negative 1. We can definitely achieve 12. There you go. No, sorry. There you go. That's a working test case, isn't it? Dividing by 3, it would leave 1, 1, 1, and that would result in a 3. And summing it up, it would mean 12. Then why is it given as negative 1 as the answer? Oh shit. Have I misunderstood the question? this way. Oh no, k is 6, so we are dividing by 6 and not 3. Okay, let's do for 6 then. So for 6 to produce 3, this should be 7, or yeah, we can do 7, 7, 7, right? And this will produce a 3 as the beauty, and the sum would be 73, that is 21. So 18 was a much better deal. So I think this is correct then. Diversifying it out doesn't help, as you can see here. So, oh wait, 6, 6, and 6. Yeah. Or we can say 12, 0, and 6. That would mean the same thing. 2 and 1. So what am I missing here? Cannot make the sum lower than this. 18. So that means this is correct. And this is, we have already figured out that this thing is nuts. So let's try this also, man. So for maximizing the sum, we would take, for 12, we would take 11, 11, and 11, right? So the maximum sum right here is 33, right? But if we had to redistribute this, so that instead of giving a 1 every time, one guy gives a 2, so that would mean 12 and above, that would mean 17, plus 11 for 1, and then 0, not 0, 5 for this one. So this is 60. So how much is it? It's again 33, right? So there is no change if we redistribute it. So basically the distribution does not matter, the way you distribute it. And that is pretty much it. So what's the problem? So maybe the problem is in this thing. But this is obvious, right? Because this has always been the case. And what if we go smaller than that. We can't go smaller than that because we are decreasing by k minus 1. Oh, what, what if we run out of what if we run out of elements? So we were basically decreasing by k minus 1, k minus 1. But we can't run out of elements because we are checking this condition first, right? Because if this is the case, is this the only case where we will run out of elements? Else we can do it. Uh, 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 this is humiliating. You know, sometimes I feel I should be doing something better than this. Why can't I see the output? Can't even see the full output. And now I can see that. I don't see any problem. Where is the problem? I don't see any problem. You gotta. You gotta. Does the space make a difference that I'm leaving a space and then printing out an index? Is that what is causing the issue? Because if I print 29 here and then a space here, does that cause an issue for a diff? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna publish this. Oh no, 9962. Photos have become a pain in the ass. The awesomeness of an array is the minimum number of blocks of consecutive identical numbers in which the array could be split. Minimum number of blocks of consecutive identical numbers. Example, the awesomeness of an array 1 is 1, 5 7 is 2, it could be split in blocks 5 7 is 3 as it could be split in blocks 1 and so on. You're given an array of n and n, there are n queries of 2 integers. Query ix means that from now What does it mean, minimum number of blocks? If you are splitting by the identical numbers, then there is no minimum or maximum. You're just splitting on the basis of if they are identical or not. What the fuck is minimum? Let's just do this. समझ नहीं आ रहा प्रॉब्लम है क्या, कहाँ पे है प्रॉब्लम, ये तो पता चलो. Where the fuck is the problem? इशू कहाँ है? मुझे कोई इशू नहीं दिख रहा. Oh, rounding errors. Is it rounding errors? Is this what I think it is? Huh? I don't know. This might just be a rounding error. Man, if this turns out to be a rounding error, I'm gonna kill myself. Nah, I'm not gonna kill myself. This surely is a rounding error. This has to be a rounding error. This has to be. Now I'm gonna submit this and get an AC. I'm gonna get an AC. There is no else statement required. So this is what has fucked up our relationship with God. What am I saying? I'm not even. So this was the error, I guess. Let me make sure that the answer. I'm not fucked up anything again. Please let this be the error. So this was going in an else block because s divided by k is actually smaller than could be, because if k is not divisible. What the Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't fucking do this. Yeah, yeah, it's back. It's back. It's back. Please, come on. Come on. Fuck. Fuck this. Let's try m1.codeforces. Let's try m1. Okay. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Statements is not available. Okay. I just want to submit it. baby. I don't even know which C++ I use. I guess the latest one. If this shows kitten X, I'm gonna be so mad. Then it's pretty much done for the day. Okay, 502 bad gear kitten X. This is gonna show the same. And that means this contest is unrated. And we shall be heading home. This is our last bet. Let's try if my connection is fine. And my connection is fine. So the issues with Codeforces. A wrong answer. Oh wait, but this is for the previous submission that I did at 1821, right? Oh no. 1821, what does it mean, 1820? When was this? It did not submit, right? Let's see the homepage. They would have some news. Damn, bro. Damn. Damn. DAMM. Damn. Oh wow. How are these guys submitting solutions? 502 back gateway. It's pretty unfortunate. GG's.